Day 680, 22 for 22. Good morning. Hope this finds you well. Please stay in your fight and do not quit. All right, so it's about 48 degrees, much warmer than yesterday. Winter's over. Anyway, I expect a few more cold days coming. Don't know when. I got to look at the weather. But anyway, yesterday talked about rescue, self-rescue. Today, operational patience, also known as battlefield patience. When we get slammed and get put on the edge, we want as quick a fix as we can find. And sometimes that answer is suicide. The only thing is that is the wrong answer. We need to have the same operational patience that we have when it comes to all other aspects of our life. When we were in, I guarantee it, every one of you had to use operational patience when it came to something that you were doing. You had to wait to let the situation develop, to let assets muster, to let resources muster. There was a lot of stuff that you had to do and wait for. Hurry up and wait before you could go do something. It's the same thing when it comes to our life. We didn't get to be sitting on the edge of the cliff because of one incident. It is a combination of incidents that put us where we find ourselves wanting to end it. At least normally. There's always the outlier. It's in a relationship, for instance, that has gone south and it has put you on the edge, and you're contemplating taking yourself out. Some of it's going to be, I'll get back at that. I'll get back at her. I'll kill myself and show, and I'll show her, or him. The thing is you didn't punish the person that no longer loves you, or that either may not even any longer loves you, but love you the same way as they did before. And who you are punishing is, if you have kids, you're punishing the hell out of them for something that they didn't have any part of, or any way to combat. They didn't have the chance to give you their say. Yeah, there we go. Sorry. But we have to have the operational patience to let that situation develop and see where it's going to go. It can get downright nasty. Been there. But you have to take the time to develop that. Come up with a plan for yourself, and make sure that you're there for your kids, and do what you need to do to take care of your responsibilities. Understanding that the breakups are usually pretty severe, that put you on the edge of the cliff. It's usually an amicable breakup does not put you on the edge of a cliff, not normally. It can depress you, but it doesn't normally send you reeling, send you sliding down that hill and shooting off the edge. But you have to take that patience when it comes to whatever it is, and develop the situation. What can you do? What can you do to plan your way out of this? And once again, it does, a lot of it does come down to planning, because if you wing it, it's a wish. If you plan it, it's a goal. And you want to plan it so you have a goal to get out of the situation that you're in and put yourself in a better spot. It's always about moving forward. You can look in the past, but you will find that you're not going to get back to where you were. Damage has been done to you. Damage has been done to your spouse. Your damage has been done to whatever you're talking about when it comes to your trauma. First responders, you can't go back and what if yourself and say, if you had waited, if you had rushed. You make a split decision, you got to go with it. But sometimes I'm sure in those situations, even with combat, you have situations where if you had just waited, something might have gone different, and I know that'll probably send people off into a different trigger, and I apologize. But there's also the ones that rushed in and then set off a different path of events. We have to know when to show our patience and when not to, and when it comes to getting ourselves off the edge, we have to show patience. The problems are not going to fix overnight, because likely you didn't get into the problem overnight. You're going to have to allow for some time, and probably a longer time than it took to get into the position you're in, because you've got repairs to make and an ascent to and also an ascent to make. Nothing of what I talk about here, and obviously I'm not a professional if you listen to me, nothing I say here makes anything any easier for anybody else as far as getting them out of their troubles. But I'm hoping to give some pointers and some tips and some things that worked for me. Slowing life down a little bit. There was a saying by our old Sergeant Major Robert Gallagher. Awesome man. I'd have followed that man into hell. Slow is smooth, smooth is fast. And that's true. You can go fast, but you're going to make mistakes, and you're going to miss stuff, and it's a lot of nervous energy in many cases. But if you go slow, it's going to be smooth, and it's going to be faster than what you expect. So if you can take some time to have some operational patience, take an even operational pause, but don't make it one where it's just a shutdown. Make it one where it's a planning phase. Go through your troop leading procedures and all these other things that you need to do to make your plan to get out of the situation you're in without killing yourself. That's the important part. All right, I'm going to try a couple push-ups and get going. One, two, 3, 4, 5, 6. The goal is still 25 eventually, but it's not going to be a fast process. Excuse me. I share the videos on From the Edge to Thriving in my own personal page, plus 29 veterans Facebook groups. I'd appreciate any shares that you can give me. If you can't share from the group that you find it in because of their security settings, please come to my page, From the Edge to Thriving, or my personal page, Jim Tuff. Share from there. Appreciate it. If you need help, seek help. Get it from friends, family, professionals. There's absolutely no shame or weakness in seeking help and doing what you got to do to be here. It is actually a sign of strength. Bottom line is, do not use suicide as a permanent solution to a temporary or permanent problem. You got this. We will see you here tomorrow. Tough out.